why your role is going to be so necessary in the claims process. And that's really communicated in the sales presentation, like that verbiage is in there, but just so that you really understand it. So basically, when you think about like an adjuster coming out to pay for damages, it sounds like it should be pretty black and white, right? Like, if there's damage, aren't they going to pay for it? Like, where are the discrepancies? Well, unfortunately, that's not really the case, okay? So just like anything, like there are good and bad adjusters. So, like when you go to a restaurant, like sometimes you get like the best waitress ever. She's super nice, real upbeat, attentive. She gets your order right. Like she's cool. She's on top of refills, whatever. Sometimes you go to the restaurant and you're like, wow, this girl hates her life. She's like the worst waitress ever. Like she's just rude, not excited, acts like everything you asked from her is like ruining her day, messes up your order, never visits your table, whatever. Well, remember, any industry that provides service or goods can be good or bad, okay? And adjusters are human beings just like the rest of us. And when we're talking about adjusters, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there's good adjusters who really take pride in what they do. They treat it like it's their house. Maybe they have construction background. They're familiar with this stuff. They do a good job. They're not biased, whatever. Then you have adjusters who they feel like they have a God complex over the fact that they've got the insurance checkbook, like they live to tell people no. It's the strangest thing ever, or maybe on the flip side, maybe they're not total a-holes, but they just don't have a lot of experience. They genuinely normally are looking at car accidents, flooded basements. Now all of a sudden they're asked to climb on roofs and pay for claims, and they're like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Then there's everybody in between, okay? And the fact of the matter is, even the best adjusters, Rick, are doing, when you were talking about a storm situation that's affected thousands of homes, these guys are busy, okay? They're doing like 6 to 8 inspections, sometimes 10 inspections a day. And each one of those inspections is another 1 to 2 hours of paperwork a piece. So when they're just overloaded like this, they're not able to dedicate as much time and energy to each claim that maybe they normally would. So they're kind of rushing through this stuff. Do you think it's pretty common that they overlook damages sometimes, make a mistake on the estimate, forget an item, whatever?
Sure.
Well, and when you're a homeowner, you don't know any better. So if you get a set of paperwork back, it's like, oh, cool, my roof's approved. You have no idea if the estimate is right, if all the materials are on there, if the measurements are correct, right? That's where you're important, because you're going to be able to, you've got the knowledge, you're there for the homeowner while the adjuster's there for the insurance company, okay?
Right.
If you can meet with the adjuster, compare apples to apples, and get an agreeable compromise on a scope just to make sure you guys are all on the same page, if the adjuster would rather pay $0 for the claim, and you, the contractor, would love for the claim to be $1 million, you guys can really kind of meet in the middle and make sure that the claim is paid for right so that the homeowner gets the best deal.